All right. Good afternoon, everyone. John Russell and Cal Van Single. We are here at Secchia Stadium on the campus of Michigan State University as we are here for the Division III softball semifinals. Calvin, hey, we made a good trip over here, haven't we?
Yeah, I tell you what, got here safely and nice, easy drive. And I tell you what a beautiful facility Secchia softball stadium is. Just beautiful in here. Great venue, nice seats, field. I mean, it's place is spotless, clean. What a better place to have a semifinal and hopefully a final here tomorrow for the Ravenna Bulldogs. So I want to welcome everybody here from Secchia Field here on the campus of Michigan State, and looking forward to a great game here this afternoon.
Yeah, we certainly are that for sure. And we have an opportunity to have the athletic director of Ravenna in the house here, Kyle Jower, and made the journey up. He drew straws and lost, so he is. So he's. We're going to have him and talk to him just a little bit about this magical year over in Ravenna.
Sounds good.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, you hook that up. I'll get all set here, and then we'll go with Kyle first, and then we'll do the interview here. I'm going to start it. Yep. And then I'll bring you in. All right. Let's get Kyle in here. Kyle, how you doing, man?
I'm good, John. How are you?
We are not doing too bad. Hey, something special happening here today, or what?
I guess so. That's what I'm told. There's maybe a softball game somewhere around here.
Yeah, exactly. Talk to us about this team. It's not. I want to say this right. Not a surprise that you're here. I mean, you can never take anything for granted, but you knew you had a solid team for the last several years with Coach Sherman. But still, until you get here, that minefield to get here, it's never a sure thing. Certainly,
it certainly isn't, and that's what we. We feel like if you can get your programs into that kind of that top 8 category in any one of those sports, you probably got a chance to make a deep run. But we know, that's the ball can roll any different way. So you just hope the ball rolls your way. But I will say with this squad, girls, the hay is in the barn. They have put in more work, more time. I don't even say this is 14 years in the making. It's about 14 years in the making with some of our travel girls and some of the dads helping out in the community. Have done a great job, and the coaching staff has done a top-notch job too. So,
and what's so neat about this team too is you look up and down the roster, and obviously you have some key contributors that are seniors, no doubt about that. Fantastic ball players, but by and large, the core of this team is still very, very young.
Very true. So we figured we're going to have about 4 girls graduating this year, and from everything I've heard of our gals in the junior elite, they certainly will have some big shoes to fill. But I think they're going to be up for the challenge from what it sounds like. So again, that's those dads down all the way through the youth and travel level. They really do just do a great job of kind of helping create that culture, or maybe expand on that culture that Coach Sherman's created. So it's very cool.
Well, and we got Cal and I were coming up here, but we dropped off Scott with the team there, so he was able to shoot some video, putting together some special programming from us here at CatchMark to you guys, and he gave us a glimpse on the way up of the parade and just the town turning out, and boy, that's just got to put the old goosebumps right on the back of the neck, doesn't it?
It certainly does. I tell you what, I couldn't be happier to work in the town that I work in. I know after we had won that regional round, I had gotten hold of Jeff Nelson, is part of the fire department, does a lot for the community, and I said, hey Jeff, we're thinking about maybe doing a parade if we could, maybe get some. He said, Kyle, I'm 10 steps ahead of you. So I said, I'll just step out of the way and you let me know where I can help. So that really is a tip of the cap to the community. It's not any one athlete here. It's not any one coach or administrator. It's a community. It's a whole town pulling together to root these girls on, and I can't think of a more deserving group of of girls than the ones we've got here.
You know, Cal and I, and of course now we're associated with the CatchMark, and it was our pleasure to really feature the West Michigan Conference this year. And Cal and I feel like we've grown up with that conference. I mean, we did a lot of, over the years, you know, we've been there for Ravenna, Montague, Whitehall, and it's home to us, to be honest with you. And I was talking to my wife the other day about it. I says, you know, I love all the schools, regardless of the size, the bigness of it, but, you know, we've done the Big Reds and stuff like that as well, and nothing against anybody. But, boy, when you talk about just kind of the bread and butter schools, I mean, you get, like you say, you got the town turning out, and there's just something about those smaller schools that it's always special, but it's maybe a tad bit more special. Man.
That kind of that one school show type atmosphere where everybody's shutting down the shop and putting up their Go Bulldogs.
Last one out, turn out the lights. Right?
That's absolutely right, and I think we were awfully darn close to that today. I figured we'd have a great turnout, and Bulldog Country did not disappoint, that's for sure.
They really did, and when we were streaming the other day, I know Cal got some mentions from a couple of folks over at Montague, and we know that from all of our years broadcasting too, is when one of our own go, no matter what school it is, hey, you're all in the same boat, and it's all push on and you know, thumbs up, and you've got not only the Ravenna fans behind you, but all of the West Michigan Conference and the greater Muskegon area.
It is a phenomenal thing, and we really, you know, and I'm probably a little biased, but one of the, if not the strongest Class B and C public school conference in the state, I would say, at least on the west side of the state. But you're absolutely right. I know even you know, our pitcher is dating the young man, the great young man, the Danishek boy from Oak Ridge, and it's I think with the expansion of the social media stuff, those county lines have broadened out a little bit, and I agree wholeheartedly. I think there are a ton of great athletes and teams to celebrate, and it says a lot about the strength of the West Michigan Conference.
Well, we've come a long way in just a couple of years here. I know we were talking during that nasty 2020 season. In fact, you were the last basketball game that we did before the shutdown. You were the one that informed us that the final game, they were going to not have that on that Friday, and we walked out of that gym. Little did we know that we'd be walking out of athletics for half a year.
I might still have a district trophy sitting in an old office collecting dust somewhere. And I think it was Kent City and Western. I said, guys, I can cut it in half.
Right.
I'm sure, you know, we've got some saws out here, but nobody took me up on it. So,
and I told you at the time, I says, you can do all you want as far as your education and all the training you need to be an athletic director or an administrator, but I will bet you one thing, it's not how to deal with a pandemic, right? Did you miss that day?
You call it drinking from a fire hose.
Yeah,
Or putting the plane together while it's still flying in there. I remember the one time, I think we had done maybe the third iteration of the schedule when all these things came out, and that last one I finally the ink wasn't even dried on the printer from printing out that last winter schedule, and the state changed it again. So I don't think I'm alone in saying we are happy to be through that.
Well, you know, a lot of ADs already have already had a couple weeks off because their seasons have wrapped up. Mid-June, you're still going. And football starts about, I don't know, August 9, 10, somewhere in there. You're going to have a short summer.
Hey, give me this any day of the week. That's what I said. It's not work when you've got such a good group of girls that have advanced here. And we do have, by and large, some just amazing students at Ravenna, but this girls' class is, just top-notch from their parents, everything, just absolutely girls that you can root for and really do a great job.
You know, football coaches say that it's football 24/7, 365, and for the elite programs, it is, and they spend a lot of time on their sport. But here's the kicker. You're the AD. You're living that every single day because it's football, basketball, baseball, softball, track, tennis. I mean, whatever, any sport that you have, you're dealing with that at some point many times a day during their athletic season. So when it comes to somebody living at 24/7, it's you.
And I think most ADs are completely content, kind of sitting in the background in the shadows, trying to provide these types of opportunities for these amazing athletes, and really adhering to kind of that extension of the classroom. But I can speak for most of the ADs in the West Michigan Conference in saying that those coaches make our jobs easy a lot of the time. I know, to Coach Ego, to Coach Hausman and Coach Kemp in the basketball, they are just phenomenal coaches to work with, and really do kind of lighten that load. But yeah, it's sometimes you got to remind them, hey guys, I got 18 varsity sports to manage, not just one. So, but very, very thankful for the people that we work with inside our league and the great ADs that we are able to collaborate with.
So, when you are as busy as what you are, because your teams, a lot of your teams make tournament runs.
Yep.
There's some people that get affected by it more than anybody else, and that's your family. So I want to know about your family. Tell me about your family.
Yeah, its family's doing great. That was I think if my wife was sitting right next to me right now, her head would be nodding up and down as quick as anybody. But it really does take a pretty amazing wife. We just actually had our 4th kid in January.
Okay.
So we are as busy as can be, and I can say this with 100% certainty. I wouldn't be able to do any of this stuff if it wasn't for such an amazing support system at home. So
yeah. Now tell me about your kids and their names and their ages.
Yeah. So we've got Ashman. He's our oldest. He'll be going into 2nd grade. He's 7.
Okay.
Paisley is 4. She'll be 5 here in July. My 3rd-born Crew is 2. Will be 3 in August. And then our most recent, Hadley, she's awfully close to 5 months here. So 5 months in a couple days.
All right. Now, one of the most important questions: how long you been married? Don't forget that one.
I hope she's not listening. Let's see. We started dating our freshman year of college, which would have been about 2005, 2006. So I am going to say, let's see, how many fingers and toes do I have here?
No.
We've been
17?
10 years. 10 years. Well, no, excuse me. Married for 9.
Okay.
And together for, every bit of 17, I'd say. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So she's put up with a lot.
Yeah, final question for me, and I'll hand it back over to John. How's your mom doing? I know she had a little health scare there, but hopefully she's doing better.
Yeah, she really is. She is wrapping up wrapped up her third little chemo session, and actually has been doing phenomenal. Last her and I talked, she was in what considered remission. She's going to finish out the remaining treatments, but yeah, she is you want to talk about the Jower girls, you're not going to find any tougher group than those ones, that's for sure. So she's doing good.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, Kyle, it's always a pleasure seeing you and seeing if we can keep this going and have a repeat tomorrow, huh?
Yeah, absolutely, guys. And I do appreciate everything John Kale, you guys do. I mean, you guys are the voice of the West Michigan Conference. If they don't know you by face, they know you by voice.
It's probably better off they don't know us by face. Take my word for it.
Oh, thank you guys for all you do. Absolutely.
Hey, thank you, Kyle. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Kyle Jower, the athletic director at Ravenna High School. Known him for a long, long time, and we appreciate all that he does here. So, man, I will tell you what, it's like you said, drinking water from a fire hose. That's what it is, kind of getting ready for these games here. While Cal's getting set up here, I'll get a chance to say a special thank you to our sponsors, North Grove Brewers, Van Dyke Mortgage, Foundation Systems of Michigan, Durga Insurance Group, Green Ridge Realty, Chris Dykema and Sarah Reel, Big Stone Therapies, Grieve Law of North Muskegon, Scheid Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, and also Caldwell Banker, Dave Dusenberry. Certainly want to thank all those folks for making this possible, and hopefully we get another day, but we have to get past this one. It is Sterling Standish, the Panthers, coming in at 36-7 overall. They were 8-0. Of course, their conference championships and the champions, I should say, in the Tri-Valley Conference. This is their first trip to a semifinal. They made last year. They made it all the way to the quarterfinals, but that's where their season ended. They are coached by Rich Sullivan, 9 years, 181 wins, 129 losses, and 1 tie. Ravenna Bulldogs come in this afternoon at 36-5. They were a perfect 10-0 in their bracket of the West Michigan Conference, coached by, of course, Dave Sherman, who has over 141 wins as well. And this is their first visit. They've been here before, but it's been a little while, Cal, back in 2005. So, hey, they still knew the way, so that's something, right?
Yeah, fortunately, we've been down here so many times now with the West Michigan Conference teams. We also knew the way here.
We did. That was pretty amazing. Also, while we got an opportunity here, all my papers, you know me and my papers, right? Mm-hmm. I want to thank and acknowledge the assistant coaches here as well. Of course, you got Dave Sherman, the head coach. Even though it says head coach, Penny Sherman is an assistant, but I'm thinking that might be assistant A1, maybe. He would probably tell you she's really the boss, Penny Sherman. And then you got, of course, the name Harrimans over in Ravenna. A lot of years on the baseball side of things, and now you have Scott over here. Of course, her brother Todd, an NFL player for a lot of years, and they've got Harrimans on this team who is pretty solid, let's just say, in Emma Harrimans, and also another coach that has a couple of contributions on this team, Mike Gillard. Of course, he has Addie and Emma on the team as well. So it is kind of a family affair, but I think that's what makes it also very special, right, Cal?
Yeah, and Kyle, he talked about it, just this senior class and how close they were. And you have Ravenna known for athletics, known for great teams, known for community support, and you really have that here, as Kyle was saying. There's a lot of blue and white right here. We're at Secchia Stadium. A lot of blue and white here, just to our right. Mm-hmm. And wow, huge turnout by Ravenna today. And this Ravenna, that community is known for winning with class. Right. Great coaches, doing things the right way, turning out quality young men and young women.
And the lineups here. The starting lineups, at least the ones that they have posted for us so far, they will get into those. But for Ravenna, how about it starts at the top of the lineup with the pitcher Emma Gillard hitting a lofty, all over 600 Cal. She's hitting, I believe, something like 600, and I'll find it in my.
I'm going to say 641.
I think so. Yeah, I'll find it in just a sec. 619. That was Emma 619.
Okay.
So 12 home runs, 60 RBIs, and of course on the mound she's 15-2 with a 1.41 ERA, 99 strikeouts, and I guess it kind of all starts with the senior at the top of the lineup, Cal.
Yeah, it certainly does, and just does a great job. Gets on base a lot, does a lot of quality things in the field with the bat, and what a person to have starting out for you is Emma Gillard.
And then the center fielder, Kara Postma, she made her presence felt in that quarterfinal game. Some big putouts in center field. She covers, she's one of those girls that when the ball heads out there, it's going to, if it stays in the park, she's got a better than average chance of catching it. She got on the hard way with a couple of hit by pitches, 2 of them to start the game.
Hit in the arm, and then next trip up got hit in the thigh. So she got on and did some damage when she got on there also.
And then you have Emma Harriman. She's actually being introduced right now, third baseman. 2 long flies in the quarterfinal game. 2 home runs, one to right field and one to left field.
Yeah, that one to left center kind of left in a hurry, did it not?
It did.
Yeah. I was like, whoa, there's some power. I kind of thought maybe it might hit the fence out left center out there, and it was like, no, it just kept right on going.
Sure. And then you have Kendra Denhoff. She's a second baseman, very solid as well, and she's going to make the plays for you at second base, and has a little bit of pop in her bat as well.
Yeah, it certainly does. And then you have Riley Homily playing shortstop, sophomore. Wow, impressive sophomore, nice arm, and if it's hit near her, boy, she's got it and fires over to first.
And then rounding out the bottom 3, you have Ellie Sohm, a solid right fielder, Amelia Porter at left field, and then catcher, just a freshman, sister of Kara. It's Emily Postma. Let's go down to the field here and get the starting lineups for Standish-Sterling. Help me out here, Cal.
No, Standish-Sterling.
There you go.
Lexi Hilke. Hitting third, the center fielder, number 23, Macy Fagan. Batting fourth, the pitcher, number 3, Debbie Jennings. Hitting fifth, playing third base, number 8, Jalen Yenna. Batting sixth, playing second base, wearing 22, Addie Fetters. Hitting seventh, the right fielder, number 24, Sammy Lopez. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 27, Mallory Stodolak. Batting ninth, the left fielder, wearing 42, Jersey Pete. Also in uniform for the Panthers, number 1, Ava Walker. Number 2, Danica Wolf. 10, Paisley Valad. 12, Delaney Ozier. 13, Julia Matson. The head coach of Standish-Sterling is Rich Sullivan. Our umpire crew for today's semifinal game. At first base, the crew chief, Gerald Cook. At third base, Scott Mellon. In behind the plate, John Paradillo. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
All right, there you have it. The pregame festivities underway, and now we're going to find out who is going to win the right to go to the finals. They would play, whoever wins here would play the winner of Lanesburg and Ottawa Lake Whiteford. And then the final would be set for Saturday at 5:30 right back here at Secchia Field. John Russell, Cal Van Single, Scott DeCamp down on the field taking pictures, and you can read and see all the video he shot on CatchMark SportsNet.
Tell you what, right now my daughters would be really proud of me. You want to know why?
Why is that?
I have 2 laptops in front of me.
Wow.
I'm hoping maybe I can figure one out as we go here.
Well, don't mess up the one.
No, right, yeah.
That's
don't mess up this one.
Yeah. Don't touch that one.
That's what has us on the air and controls everything, and I have my own here.
All right.
Scott DeCamp, nice enough to help me get loaded with the MHSAA with up to the minute stats, so we'll see here how that works.
You know, Ravenna, we've had an opportunity to see them a few times this year, and they certainly can bomb the ball as far as that goes. They play solid defense, but also they can play some small ball when they have to. So they really are such a threat, aren't they?
No, they certainly can. They can leave the stadium in a heartbeat, or they can bunt their way around, and they're smart. One thing about this team, John, is we've watched them now a couple of different times broadcast some of their games. They're really, really bright girls, but bright on the base paths. They know when to go on a pass ball. They know when to try to steal, and they're fundamentally sound in so many different areas. You very seldom see them make a poor throw, and they're just solid.
Their starting pitcher here tonight for the Panthers will be Devray Jennings. She is 25-2 on the season, a 1.49 ERA, 236 strikeouts. She pitches the bulk of their game. She's one of those pitchers that they don't have a lot of. They pretty much put her in there, wind her up, and let her go, and we see that quite often. Ravenna has the luxury of really having the Gillard sisters who really complement one another very well.
That's right, and you also have young Homily, who I believe has logged some innings also.
Right. All right, we are set to go. It's going to be Emma Gillard stepping in.
Well, the other night against the game we followed the other night, Ravenna jumped on Buchanan right away, 2-0 in that first inning.
And here's the first pitch of the ball game, called strike right down the middle. Just underway here at Secchia Field, the Ravenna Bulldogs batting first.
Pitcher throws hard, but you would expect that at this level.
Devray Jennings. And there's a slice to left field. It's going to go foul. And Emma can use all fields.
That she can, and just like that, though, she's 0-2. Just underway here. What a beautiful complex. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, great crowd here. Great representation from both schools. And, this is our first time. We've been here a lot of times in the Breslin Center, but our first time calling an outdoor venue here.
That is correct. What's even more impressive, this is their soccer stadium right here to the left.
To the left, yeah.
Oh, my God.
And the baseball stadium.
Yeah.
It's all connected here. All right, this is Jennings rocking and firing. Swing and a miss, and Emma goes out swinging. So 1 up and 1 down for the Ravenna Bulldogs.
Yeah, had a good look at it, good cut at it, but just couldn't quite catch up to it.
Kara Postma will now step up to the plate. She's hitting .491, 6 home runs, 54 RBIs on the season.
Mm-hmm.
See if she can get something started for the Ravenna Bulldogs.
Bats from the left side. And she calls time.
Take a practice cut. Looks down to Coach Dave Sherman. Has a little bit of a routine there, doesn't she?
Yeah. Funny, though, she got in the box and then called time, got out, stretched. Right. Yeah, went through her routine again.
And his first pitch is just a tad outside. 1 ball and no strikes to Postma.
Postma had a good game here the other night against Buchanan.
Jennings looking for the signal, gets it, fires, and that one is going to be a little bit inside. So she's surrounded the plate and hasn't quite. She got the outside and the inside. So 2 balls and no strikes to Kara Postma.
Missed on both corners there. Let's see what she comes back with. Maybe a fastball right down the middle or corner. Try to catch a corner.
And there's a foul back. That's going to go out of play. So 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 out here. Top of the first just underway here at Secchia Field and the campus of Michigan State University. Nice wind blowing right in at us.
Yeah, and hopefully if we are back here, hopefully we are, have that wind again tomorrow. It's supposed to start to warm up a little bit.
Right. 2-1 pitch. And that's going to be down the middle, so she did find the pipeline there. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Kara Postma. 1 out. On deck will be Emma Harrimans, sophomore. Kara's a senior. And there's a pop back to the pitcher. She fields it, Jennings does, and there are 2 up and 2 down. It's going to bring up Emma Harrimans. Emma is hitting .657, 6 home runs. This is as of the regular season. She's added a couple of more since then. 70 RBIs.
Power.
And power to all fields, by the way. 220, I'm told it is, in center field, dead away center. Swing, and she fouls it at the plate.
Good cut, though. Nice cut.
Right.
Yeah, this girl's got power. We've seen that the other day, did we not?
We did. No balls, 1 strike to Emma Harrimans. Comes from good stock, right?
Yeah. Tremendous family of athletes.
Swing and a miss.
Oh, that looked like a drop ball,
yeah.
didn't it?
Yeah, it got kind of fooled the catcher a little bit. She has to chase it back to the backstop.
We are kind of high above here, just to the right of home plate, but it looked like the bottom fell right out of that. Harrimans was well over the top of that, was she not?
So no balls, 2 strikes. Jennings way ahead of the hitter Harrimans here.
And now she calls time and steps out. Umpire grants time. They don't have to once they're in that box.
And now Jennings rocks and delivers. It's going to be outside.
Good eye. Laid off of that.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Harrimans. On deck will be Addie Gillard. She'll be playing first base today. Harriman's the third baseman.
Pitcher throwing hard, so she's going to provide a lot of power to these girls and just catch up to it and hit it square.
And that's going to be outside. So the count evens at 2. 2-2. 2 outs. Deuces wild.
No, we're not stopping at a casino on the way home. But Cal, no, John, we're going straight home.
All right, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Harrimans leans in. And Jennings pitches.
Good eye.
Going to call that for a strike right down the middle. I thought that might be a little high, and I think so did Emma. So 2 strikeouts, and after half an inning, the Ravenna Bulldogs nothing, and we'll have Standish-Sterling coming up to bat.
No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base.
Leading off for the Standish-Sterling Panthers, coming in at 36-7, will be Keely Peace. And Keely is a freshman, told she's very fast, 49 steals and 49 attempts. So once she gets on, no secret of what she's up to, right? Not a lot of power, has a couple of home runs, but I'm pretty sure she's one of those girls that just gets the inning going.
Yeah, maybe tries to work the pitcher for tries to work her for base on balls and then gets on. And I want to see this girl run. If she's 49 out of 49, she's quick.
Pitching on for the Ravenna Bulldogs starting out will be, of course, Emma Gillard. And Emma is on the season. She is 15-2, a 1.41 ERA, 99 strikeouts on the season.
What a cool first name by the batter, Keeley, Keeley. Keeley. Peace. Wonder, it's a first name that I think you and I have a lot of times have seen every name imaginable as many years as we've been doing this, and you see a new one that pops up.
Sure.
So, yeah. And I like unique names, so. Pretty cool first name.
Keely Peace, left-hander, will step in the box. It's last-minute conference between catcher Emily Postma and her pitcher, senior and sophomore talking, or senior and freshman talking out there. One extreme to the other. All right.
Here for Emma, just come out, get us, get going well with strikes.
Slaps it through the legs of Homily at short, and she's on with a base hit. Oh, I think Homily was looking for the ball to come up, and it never did.
It stayed down. You were 100% correct, and I would have thought it was going to. I thought that Homily was going to be able to make that play relatively easily, and that ball never popped up like she thought it would. I'm with her 100%. I thought that ball was going to pop up. I thought she was going to be able to pick it up, quickly get it to first, and get it out.
Lexi Milkey, she's a senior third baseman, 562 average, 3 home runs, 58 RBIs. Remember, you have, and there she goes. And there's a drive down the first baseline, but it's going to be fouled, so it'll send Peace back to first base. So no secret what Peace is up to, 49 steals and 49 attempts. She's not going to be one way or another on first base very long, you wouldn't think.
No, she's one of those the third base coach might just point at third and say, get here.
Yeah.
She has whatever light she wants, right?
Right. Second pitch is low. Nice stop there by Postma, and it does keep Peace at first base. 1 ball, 1 strike, just underway. No score.
Postma, freshman, has a nice arm. I wouldn't say it's a cannon for an arm. So if she does go, she's going to have to make the perfect throw to get her.
Outside, and she does go, and Postma had a little trouble getting the ball out of her mitt, and so it's going to be a stolen base for Keeley Peace. That was a strike call, so it's going to be 1 ball and 2 strikes. First base now open.
Nice throw by Postma once she got it cleanly and got rid of it. But once again, Keeley's quick. You can see why she has all those stolen bases. Now 50 for 50.
Winner will play tomorrow afternoon against the winner of Lanesburg and Ottawa Lake Whiteford. Oh, she reaches out and just taps it into left field for a base hit. Peace rounding third. Oh, misplayed in the outfield. Peace will score easily, and it'll be a double for Milky.
Yeah, kind of center fielder there kind of came in there, Emily Postma, to pick it up and throw to second. Maybe she was thinking going home with it right away. And that's why she kind of maybe rushed picking it up. It just kind of squirted back underneath her. She slowed it up a lot, had to turn around and grab it. Then she threw home, but way too late here with Keeley with the way that she runs.
And they call a meeting now at around the mound. All the girls in the infield getting together to talk about it, to square things out. 1-0. Standish-Sterling with the lead. Up to bat now is their center fielder. That is Fagan, Macy Fagan, senior, .454 average, 7 home runs. She's had some pop in her bat, 60 RBIs.
Yes, she does. I tell you what, feels like, though, the wind is blowing in here a little bit. So
right. Might be a factor.
If you're going to hit a home run here on this stadium, you're really going to have to tag it with this breeze.
And Gillard fires high, so 1 ball, no strikes to Fagan.
And you got to be careful with her, too. You can't just give her something to hit because she might leave the yard here.
Emma taking a deep breath, rocks and fires. And there's a fly ball coming out to Postma. She's running in hard. It's going to drop in front of her, base hit. And it's going to keep Fagan at second, going to keep Milky at second base. So she was not able to advance. So now you got runners on first and second. I think the wind might have brought that one back in. I think
it did.
Because Postma took that first step, I think, back a little bit. But you're going to have to definitely take the wind into account today.
Yeah, I'm with you. I thought it might be a fly ball right to Kara Postma. But I think that I'm with you. I think that wind did bring it back in because I thought it was going to go right out to the center fielder, Postma, but fell just right in between center and second, kind of right on the about 10 feet in off the edge of the grass.
Senior Devery Jennings, a pitcher. She's up. She's hitting .295, 36 RBIs. There's a swing and a miss. And so Emma Gillard ahead of the batter. Ravenna in an early jam here. They got 2 men on, 1 run already in. Trailing 1-0, bottom of the first.
Is that Milky? Lexi?
Milky, yeah.
Yeah, she had a big lead off at second.
And there's a pop. Let's see who's going to call for it. Looks like Emma Gillard will call for it and get it. Popped. That was a big out there.
Oh, it certainly was. Absolutely. Now a double play. Once again, that's possible.
Right. Lexi Milky has some speed. She's she has stolen 24 bases in 25 attempts. Jalen Jenna is batting now. She's a freshman. She is the third baseman. She's hitting .365, 3 home runs, 38 RBI.
Yeah, third base is, you could get a, go ahead.
Right-hand hitter. It's pulled down to Harriman. She has it, but she cannot beat the runner to third base, and we have bases loaded.
Milky, wow, is she quick. I mean, she got there in a heartbeat. You kind of wonder maybe if she would have let that go, would it have went foul? You know, it was about a foot inside the line. I don't know.
That's a close one to call when it's kind of coming at you. You don't want to take a chance.
And it was a slow roller to her. She had to come in quite a bit, then pick it up, and then turn and go back. And then by the time she did, Milky was there.
I'll tell you what, the speed of Standish-Sterling is proving out here in this first inning.
They are quick.
Up to bat now is Addie Fetters. Strike on the inside corner. Fetters, a second baseman.
Mm-hmm.
She's just a sophomore, hitting .302.
So now if it's hit on the infield, you can still go for the double play, or you can even, come home to take the third baseman.
Yeah, second and short. Well, the infield is in. They're looking like they're in a swing and a miss. Looks like Ravenna, even though they're only down by 1,
they want to limit the damage, do they not?
And plus, this Panther team very fast, so you never know. The bunt's always in order, too, so you want to play close in case that happens. And that's going to be a ball. Oh, that was close. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody out here in the bottom half of the first inning. The Panthers of Standish-Sterling already up 1-0 over Ravenna, and they got bases loaded.
Yeah, I tell you what, a long fly ball, or something out to left center, right center would really clear the bases there.
Off-speed pitch, and she had Fetters way out in front of that one. A swing and a miss, so that's a first that's a first out of this inning.
You're correct. We haven't seen that pitch yet, I don't believe, and perfect time to throw it. Fetters was maybe waiting on a fastball there, and yeah, that was what a wonderful pitch. Wonderful pitch there by Emma Gillard.
Sophomore Sammy Kopaz is up. She's the right fielder hitting .394, and she's going to drive one to center. Nope, that's going to be a pop out to second base. I must have missed an out there someplace, Calvin. That was a pop to. I missed the pop to the pitcher there. Yep. That's what it was. So, boy, yeah, I'll tell you what.
Go ahead.
Ravenna getting out of that a whole lot better than it could have been, right?
Oh, man, this easily could have been 4 or 5-0 here at the end of the first. It's only 1-0. The Bulldogs dodge a big bullet here. So now let's see if they can get those bats woke up as they went 1, 2, 3, and they're at the top of the first, coming back here to the top of the second inning. 1-0 here. Standish-Sterling with the lead at 36-7, their season record. Ravenna 36-5.
Have to get my depth perception in line here. I mean, everything that's in the air, all of a sudden you're thinking it's going to the outfield, but that was a long drive to the second baseman.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, all things considered, that looked like that was going to be a brutal inning for the Ravenna Bulldogs. I mean, bases loaded, and I think they had one out. I think I said nobody out, but there was one out. I forgot about that pop to Emma Gillard.
Yeah, you had a strikeout, and then Emma Gillard makes an out, and then that second baseman, she also catches the pop-up. So that were your 3 outs there in that bottom of the first inning. We go to the top of 2. Once again, Standish-Sterling up 1-0 here at Secchia Stadium. John?
All right, beautiful day. A little bit on the windy side. It was overcast on most of the way up. It looked like it might even be threatening showers, although I didn't hear showers in the forecast. But, boy, I'm not going to say there's not a cloud in the sky, because there is, but the sun is definitely shining through here at Secchia Field.
I think this front's supposed to work its way out of here now. They're supposed to start getting more sunny skies, warmer weather.
All right, so Addie Gillard, the first baseman, will be up. She's a sophomore, hitting .491, 3 home runs, 48 RBI. And she's going to foul one back.
For a second, I thought that was coming right in here.
Yeah, but the screen saved it, Cal.
The screen saved us, yeah. I know.
Cal was hitting the deck. Yeah, that's right. People can be replaced, equipment can't.
Right, yeah. And you and I are very replaceable. So
right. Rocks and fires his Jennings, and there's another foul tip, and that's going to go back to the screen. So quickly ahead, Devery Jennings is ahead of Gillard here. No balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, Addison could not quite catch up with that, could she not?
No.
Just lucky to get the top of the bat on it, coming around late on that swing.
Jennings rocks and delivers, and there's a drive down the first baseline foul, so Addie stays alive. 1-0. The Panthers of Standish-Sterling lead the Ravenna Bulldogs here as we head to the top of the second inning.
One thing about it, Ravenna's swinging the bat, are they not?
Yeah.
They're not. It's not rested on their shoulder. They're coming up to the plate with a plan of attack.
Yeah, they're not window shopping.
No.
Oh, there's a swing and a miss. Swung at a high one, as that's the 3rd strikeout. All 3 of them swinging. 3 of the 4 outs have been strikeouts, so I guess the 236 strikeouts is the real deal.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, she throws hard. Looks like she throws a nice rise ball also. We're also seeing a drop ball, and I don't know if she's unleashed a changeup yet, but the ball has a lot of movement on it.
Kendra Denhoff, she is a junior, hitting .413, second baseman, 38 RBI. Ravenna trying to get to somebody on base. It's going to be a ball.
Yeah, they have they do not have a hit yet. Standish-Sterling with 3.
Yeah, it looked like that was going to be a inning to forget. There's another foul, or there is a foul all the way back on the screen.
And about this pitcher, she's at the plate, is she not? She's throwing some rise balls, drop balls, but she's not throwing a whole lot off the plate. Relying on that great defense behind her.
Sure. And there is a ball, gets past the catcher, back to the backstop.
Looked like the ball low. Kind of, was that in the dirt?
I think so.
Okay.
2 balls and 1 strike. So Denhoff a bit ahead in the count here. 1 out, nobody on. On deck will be Riley Homily, the shortstop. She's just a freshman. Swing and a miss.
Took something off of that, did she not?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, the Ravenna hitters are gonna have to be on their toes because a number of balls are going past the catcher to the backstop on swings and misses. So if you strike out, you got to keep your head in the game. You can't pout because you might wind up on first base.
Had that the other day.
Yeah. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jennings rocks, fires, and that one is outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Denhoff.
You know, if she can get on, it'd be the first runner here this afternoon for Ravenna.
Right. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss, and another strikeout. So 4 of the 5 outs have been strikeouts, and all strikeouts swinging.
That was really a nice pitch there by that pitcher. Jennings kind of came up and in on her, didn't it? And
yeah.
She went after it, and yeah, she's mixing her pitchers up. She got a lot of movement on that ball.
Riley Homily steps in, freshman, 352, average 4 home runs, 43 RBI. And she's just trying to get on base here. 2 outs, 1-0. Standish-Sterling on top here, foul back.
Nice swing, though, by Homily. Really good cut on that.
John Russell, Cal Van Single here on CatchMark SportsNet. It's great to have you along.
Yeah. Scotty DeCamp lurking in the area.
Yeah, got the camera. He's actually in the Ravenna dugout right now.
Oh, okay.
Outside.
Good eye.
1 ball, 1 strike. Wonder if he's like an emergency player.
Probably used.
It would be a big emergency if they had to
Yeah.
put Scotty in on it. I mean, this is a deep team, this Ravenna team.
I think they've used up. I think Scotty's used up all of his eligibility plus some.
Yeah. Pitcher back in the day for the Bulldogs baseball team. Strike right down the middle.
Not only a pitcher, has more wins in a season than any other pitcher ever in Ravenna. It was senior season. I think it was 12-2, the only pitcher in Ravenna history to have 12 wins in a season.
So he's like the Cy Young of Ravenna, is that what you're saying?
He is, yeah.
Ball outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, Deuces Wild on the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 2nd inning. 1-0. Panthers of Standish-Sterling on top of the Ravenna Bulldogs.
I got a story about Scotty when between innings here, if we both remember.
Yeah, now that might be something. Swing and a miss, and another strikeout.
Wow.
For Jennings. She is just chalking them up, all strikeout swingings. She has struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 6 hitters here in that she has faced so far. So after 1.5 innings, it is Standish-Sterling on top of Ravenna by the score of 1-0.
Yeah, when you have a pitcher like her, you can see why they have 36 wins.
Right.
Yeah. Going back to that story on Scott DeCamp, we were in Ravenna this winter, and that was before the varsity game, and I go take a little walk, and I'm looking at some of their records, because I have them on that wall on the east end of the gym, but on the inside in the hallway. So I'm, looking at all the great football records over there, and I'm sliding by baseball and happen to notice winning pitchers season. Scott DeCamp, 12-2, I think it was. I was like, Scotty,
yeah,
you're holding out on us here. Like you said, you didn't tell us you were Cy Young.
Right.
So we came back in and.
Now, that was a legitimate record book. That wasn't just something that looked like somebody penciled something on a tape and put it up there, right?
That was legit, and all, that was all the same, like writing, typing.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't like Scott DeCamp wrote his name.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, yeah. Okay. Well, he is a good writer, so you never know.
I would say he's a phenomenal writer.
All right, bottom of the 2nd.
I mean, he could make a game of, he could cover a ping pong game and make it exciting to read.
Mallory Stodolak is up, right-handed hitter. She's a catcher.
Pitcher was a little high there by Gillard.
Stodolak, 175 hitter. So these are the hitters they're going to have to go after here.
Yeah, this is 8, 9, and 1 here coming up.
This is Gillard rocking and firing. Strike 2, swinging, or strike 1.
Yep, 1-1.
Count is even at 1-1.
1-0 here, bottom of the second inning. Standish-Sterling with the lead. Standish-Sterling with three hits already, and Ravenna with none.
Gillard fires that one right down the middle, and Mallory taking all the way.
What a changeup. Oh, my gosh.
She does change speed as well as anybody, doesn't she?
Yeah, I mean, you and I might have been able to get a bat around on that one.
Well, only if we knew it was coming.
Well, that's true, yeah.
And, Stodolak tried to hold up. They're going to say she did hold up. Boy, I think they were a little charitable there, but it's going to even the count at 2-2.
That was the appeal.
Yeah.
The appeal down to first base.
Went Mallory's way.
Said she did not swing.
2-2. And there's a foul coming back. This one might get back to us.
Nope.
Ooh. You okay, Cal?
I'm fine.
That was off his head. He probably heard the thump there.
Fine. That would be the best place to hit me. You're really not going to do any damage there.
Right.
Yeah.
Damage has already been done.
Yep.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Gillard fires, swing and a miss, and she gets her.
Nice pitch again by Gillard.
Second strikeout for Gillard. That's going to bring up left fielder Jersey Peak, and Peak is a 274 hitter, junior, right-handed hitter.
Jerzy, kind of a cool name to spell that, Jersey.
She's just a little bitty thing, too. Like I said, this swing and a miss. This Panther team built for speed, definitely. Speed is their weapon.
Yeah, oh, my gosh, yeah. Yeah, especially with Keely Peace.
Yeah.
Woo. Hope that girl runs track, too.
Swing and a miss, and Gillard had her really fooled on that. Wow.
She got that changeup really working, does she not?
She does. So 2 strikes, Gillard out in front of Peak here. And a swing and a miss. Second strikeout in a row, swinging, and that's going to go to the top of the order. And Keely Peace, the shortstop.
But I'm going to say it's a problem. We just seen Gillard throw a bunch of change-ups.
Right.
Now Peace has seen them also because she's been on deck watching them. So we're going to have to see here if Emma is going to throw any to her.
And it looked like Peace was going to come out and maybe show bunt, but she was actually just taking all the way, and it's going to be a strike.
Yeah.
Boy, the book on these girls is keep them off the bases there. How about that, Captain Obvious?
Good plan.
And again, Peace sneaking up there, but it's going to go outside. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, kind of that drag bunt, running bunt, whatever you want to call it, especially being from the left side.
Looks like she's kind of one of those Punch and Judy type hitters.
Yeah.
I mean, uses her speed. Probably a lot of infield hits, I'm assuming. Infield kind of cheating in right now. And there's a delayed swing, and it's going to be a strike. So it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. I'll tell you what, Emma has these Panther hitters guessing out there, doesn't she?
She does. I mean, I really thought that Peace was going to be able to catch up to this pretty quick.
Big pitch here, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the second, and there's a strike call. So she strikes out the side.
Nice job of pitching that time, the whole inning. Emma Gillard doing a great job. She went, 1, 2, 3 on strikeouts,
On
right?
strikeout, struck out the side.
Yeah, and then you get Peace, who's their kind of, one of their best hitters, leading off in that top of the inning, and you get her also. Nice job by Emma. Wow.
So the Ravenna Bulldogs outside, I'll tell you, that shows you how big that first inning when when it looked like the boat was going to sink there, to be quite honest with you. Bases loaded, 1 person out, and boy, Emma was able to gut it up and get out of that inning, and keeps her team within 1. 1-0 here as we head to the top of the third.
So we have due up Solman, Porter, and Postma, 7, 8, and 9 here for the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
And you are correct. That first inning could have been almost disastrous for Ravenna, but the 3 fly balls, to end it with the bases loaded, and they only gave up 1 run. when it very easily, boy, it could have been 3 to 4 to nothing.
That could have been disaster in a hurry.
Yeah.
As Cal mentioned, Ellie Solom, our leadoff hitter, she's one of the seniors on this team, hitting .255 on the season. She'll be hitting from the right side of the plate.
Yeah, now we have Emma Gillard, who struggled a little bit in the first. Of course, there were two errors.
All right. I
believe in that first inning also.
Yeah, that didn't help her cause.
No, that certainly did not help her cause.
That's the bottom three. 7, 8, and 9.
Yep. I guess there was one error. Thought maybe they might give one of the outfielders an error, but they did not. So just one error in that first inning.
Solom leans in. She gets a hold of that one, going out to right field, and it is going to be caught out there by Kopaz. Kopaz didn't have to move very much as Ellie flies out to right. Got the bat on it.
Yeah, she gave it a ride, did she not?
She did.
She gave it a ride out there.
So Amelia Porter, left fielder for Ravenna, steps up to the plate.
Yeah, furthest hit ball we've seen so far this game for Ravenna.
Porter, just a sophomore, 273 hitter, batting from the right side. Jennings rocks and fires. That's going to be inside.
Good eye there by her.
My prediction for Ravenna is they're going to wind up getting a strikeout, but a runner on base. I just think it's going to happen.
Okay. All right.
I mean, she has great velocity, but boy, it really keeps the catcher on her toes.
Yeah.
It's going to be a called strike. She's already chased a couple to the backstop. Like I said, it's going to be key for, and I'm sure Coach Sherman has told his girls, and not that he probably even has to tell them, but hey, keep your head in the game.
Yeah. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out.
Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes. What are you looking for?
My phone.
Oh, it's way over there in the window.
Oh, that's where it is.
1 ball, 2 strikes. And here's the pitch. Here's a drive back up to shortstop. Bobbled. Here's the throw, and she is going to be out. She did get a, boy, I'll tell you what, good recovery there by the shortstop piece. She bobbled the ball originally, but was able to keep her head and wound up throwing out Porter.
Yeah, got squared up nicely once after she cleaned up the bobble and everything. Got kind of squared up. Nice throw over to first. So, yeah, Emily Postma, the number 9 hitter, she is up.
Emily is just a freshman. The catcher, 434 average, 1 home run, 24 RBI.
Great average for a freshman.
And she's going to lay down a bunt, but it's going to go foul.
Ooh, she's pretty quick. She's out of the box and gone in a hurry. Nice job of the catcher there for Standish-Sterling. Picked the bat up and handed it to her, and good sportsmanship.
Catcher commiserating with catcher a little bit there. All right, Jennings eyes the target. Postma leans in. Swing and a miss.
Wow, just behind it, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Behind it and above it.
No balls and 2 strikes.
What does she have, the pitcher here for them? She has, what, 6 strikeouts? 5 strikeouts?
Oh, on the day?
Yeah.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess just 5. But it was, at one time it was 5 of the first 6 batters.
Yeah.
Ravenna's been able to get the bat on the ball a little bit. That's going to be high.
High and inside.
Yeah, back to Postma up just a little bit.
Postma had to kind of buckled her knees a little bit to get away from that.
2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, 1-0. Standish-Sterling with the lead. They scored in the bottom of the first. Looked like it was going to be a big inning, but Ravenna was able to get out of it. Here's a drive, and this is going to have Kopeck camping in the right field, and she has it for another flyout. So 2 flyouts to right and a ground out to shortstop, and that was the inning for the Ravenna Bulldogs. So after 2.5, it is Standish-Sterling 1. And the Ravenna Bulldogs, nothing.
Tell you what, though, Ravenna's starting to get the bat on it. Are they not?
At least starting to, they broke that strikeout string.
Yeah, and we're going to, when Ravenna comes back up, they're going to go 1, 2, 3 with Gillard, Postma, and Harrimans. So top of that order will be due up here for Ravenna when it's their turn. But right now, since we are in the bottom of the third, they have got to play some defense like they did the last inning.
Yeah.
And actually, it was that was Gillard with 3 straight strikeouts, I believe, wasn't it?
Yeah, Gillard, 3 straight strikeouts for the Ravenna Bulldogs. Again, thanks to North Grove Brewers, Van Dyke Mortgage, Foundation Systems of Michigan, Durga Insurance Group, Green Ridge Realty, Chris Dykema, Sarah Reel, Big Stone Therapies, Grieve Law of North Muskegon, specializing in divorce cases. So if that unfortunate time comes into your life, at least you got some people in your corner. Grieve Law. Scheid Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, and Caldwell banker Dave Dusenberry.
The Dews.
All right, so
Scheid Heating and Cooling. I highly recommend them. They
That's
did
right.
some
You use
plumbing
them
for me, and we're phenomenal.
And my buddy was able to use Foundation Systems of Michigan. So
I called Foundation Systems of America and asked them, "Do you work on like human bodies?"
yeah,
No.
yeah, your foundation's going up.
Yeah, foundation shot here a little bit.
All right, so it'll be Milky, Fagan, and Jennings, the pitcher, batting this inning for the Panthers of Standish-Sterling. Milky she doubled and scored a run, or doubled and drove in a run. She drove in a piece, and that's the only scoring of the game so far.
So 2, 3, and 4 due up here.
Kind of the heart of the order.
Yeah, it is. That was a big out, though.
Yeah.
Getting Keeley Peace out here in the last inning. That girl, 50 for 50 on stolen bases. You did not want her on the base paths. Again, we've seen how quick she was the first time.
5.62 average for Milky. 3 home runs, 58 RBI.
That's getting it done.
A little bit high and inside. 1 ball, no strikes.
You have a lot of places to put her, but you don't really want to walk your first batter neither,
Right. Both of these pitchers have just about similar, they have similar ERAs. You have Gillard. Pitch, here's a drive, and that is going to get in there for a base hit past the second baseman, between the second baseman and the center fielder.
It was a seeing eye single, was it not?
Right. You have Jennings with a 1.49 ERA, and you have Gillard with a 1.41 ERA.
Yeah. It's one of those things, if you back your second baseman up and there's a slow roller hit to her, more than likely the runner's going to be safe, so you bring her in, and then you get those pop-ups that go just over top of her.
Right.
Which is what that was.
And Milky that's going to foul ball. Up to bat, I don't think it's going to be Macy Fagan. She's up to bat right now. She had a base hitter last time up. First 3 batters caused some damage here. A single, a double, and then Fagan had a base hit before Ravenna was able to settle in.
And then Standish-Sterling left bases loaded.
Milky's going, and they're going to throw it, but she's going to be way safe. The ball goes into center field, but getting back to back her up is Postma.
Boy, to tell you what, the shortstop dove.
Yeah.
I mean, dove for it. Ended up, she was way right of when you're looking at the ball field like we are. She ended up way right of second base. So, she did a little Superman action there, did she not?
Yeah. So Milky, 24 of 25 attempts, 24 steals and 25 attempts, so she can run as well. Fagan leans in, 1 ball, 1 strike, and that's going to be inside, 2 balls and 1 strike.
Nice stop there by the catcher. That was certain for Ravenna. Emily Postma,
yeah.
The freshman.
Nobody out. This inning kind of starting out like the first inning.
Mm-hmm.
Runner already on second base. Kind of game that you would think that you couldn't fall down by a whole lot of runs here.
No.
There's a strike down the middle. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Macy Fagan, center fielder. 454 hitter, 7 RBI, so she has some pop in the bat. Oh, she reaches the bat out and drives it foul.
The pitcher, Jennings, will be up next.
Still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner on second. That's Milky.
Nobody out?
Nobody out. Bottom of the third, 1-0. The Panthers of Standish-Sterling on top here in this MHSAA semifinal matchup. There's a drive, second base. Getting it there is Denhoff, fires to first to Eddie, and she has it, and then they throw it quickly to third to Harrimans just to keep Milky honest over there. So they advance Milky on a fielder's choice play there. 4-3.
Kendra Denhoff just doing a wonderful job at second base there, John.
Yep. And now that is going to bring up Devery Jennings, the pitcher. She popped up to Emma Gillard her first time up. Jennings, a .295 hitter. Runner on third. There's a bunt attempt. It's going to go foul. Boy, you had Harriman charging in.
Shortstop doing a nice job to cover third. Riley Homily, the freshman, playing very smart there.
No balls, 1 strike. We're in the bottom of the third, 1 out, runner on third. And now Emma Gillard rocks and fires. Swing and a miss.
Nice pitch. Nice pitch by Emma. That was kind of low and away. Batter there kind of had to reach for it. Great pitch by Emma.
Emma way ahead here. 2 strikes on the batter. Jennings.
Out here would be huge, wouldn't it?
Oh, you bet.
Runner sitting there at third base.
There's a drive. It's driving Postma, the center fielder, back. She has it, but that's going to be far enough to score the run. Sacrifice fly as Milky comes home.
Milky dove even.
Yeah.
She didn't even have to slide, but she dove. She was not even going to take a chance that the center fielder was going to throw it out. Nice. Good hustle by her.
So Standish-Sterling now up 2-0 here. Bottom of the third with 2 outs, the bases empty, and that is going to bring up Jalen Jenna. She had a single her first time up. She's a third baseman.
It's a name that one of those last names that looks like Yenna with a Y, but it's Jenna, correct?
Or it is Yenna. I think I said Jenna. I meant Yenna.
Okay.
You're right. You were right with that. Ball's going to be inside. It's going to get past the catcher, Postma, all the way to the fence. But with nobody on, no harm done. Freshman is Yenna, 365 average.
That almost hit her.
Yeah.
That really came up and in on her.
And that's going to be a strike on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Umpire's doing a nice job here so far today. Don't have enough of them around, so if you want to get into it, it's a great thing to get into. Get involved.
Gillard rocks, fires, and they gets her bat out on it. It's going to be foul down the right field line, giving chase her 3 Bulldogs, but it's going to go harmlessly foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes, now 2 outs. 1 strike away from getting out of this with just the 1 run.
And then I think due up will be Emma Kara and
the top of the order.
Yeah, Emma Harriman.
It's easy for you to say.
Yeah. I'll get it surrounded at some point.
Yeah.
It might be 4 o'clock, but I'll get it surrounded.
Up high, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Nice idea to go high with that little fastball there. See if you can't get her to chase it for a strike and get out of the inning.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Gillard rocks and fires. Jenna fouls that one, spoils it off the screen.
Making Emma Gillard work here, is she not?
Yeah.
Throwing her a lot of pitches already, probably 6 or 7. She's in trouble with 2 strikes on her, so she's just battling right there.
Gillard fires, and that's going to be inside corner for a strike. I don't think that Yenna was sold on that idea, but it was.
I don't think she was neither, and I'll set that over here.
Okay. So 1 run in that inning, and that makes it 2-0. Let's not make it any worse than it is. 2-0 as we go to the top of the 4th inning.
So once again, Gillard, Postma, Harriman's due up here at the top of the 4th. 1-0 here. Standish-Sterling with the lead. Working our way here to the top of the 4th.
Winner will play the winner of Lanesburg and Ottawa Lake Whiteford.
I think Ottawa Lake's pitcher has like a .45 ERA or something crazy like that.
Really, less than 1, huh? Wonder if she's going to be one of those pitchers that is kind of the one that has all of the innings too.
Yeah. I was looking, I think, yesterday through some of the stats for the 4 teams, and I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
Top of the 4th inning and top of the order for the Bulldogs.
All right, we're at the top of the 4th inning, and leading off will be Emma Gillard. She struck out swinging her first time up, and that kind of started the the swing of, 5 strikeouts and 6 batters.
Yeah, the bottom of the order actually did better.
Right.
You know, they didn't score, neither one scored any runs, but bottom of that order was having better success.
Gillard shows bunt, but misses on it. It's going to be a strike. Gillard hitting .619, a dozen home runs.
It was over the top of it. It was over the top of it.
On deck will be Kara Postma, the center fielder. She was the only one that's made contact in the first inning. Pop out back to the pitcher. No balls, 1 strike, and Emma fouls that one down the third baseline.
Looked like she kind of reached down low to go get that.
So now Jennings has Gillard ahead in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Pitcher on pitcher. Outside, way outside. Just seeing if she's going to go fishing, I guess, huh?
Yep, absolutely. Good call, John. And she wasn't. Just sat there. I think she's looking for her pitch, and when she gets it, she's going to try to drive it. Did not chase that one high and outside.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Nobody out. Leadoff hitter here in the 4th inning. There's a dribbler down to first base, unassisted play by the first baseman. That'll be Milky. And so 1 up and 1 down.
Due up will be Kara Postma, center fielder.
Kara Postma.
Postma popped out to the pitcher her first time up.
Young lady, another young lady with power.
Yeah, .491 average, 6 home runs, 54 RBI. And she dribbles one to third base, picked up there, and a throw across the diamond. Ooh, man, it almost took Milky off first base, but she was able to keep her toe on the bag, so it's going to be a ground out from Yenna to Milky for the second out.
Really nice play there by Milky, wasn't it? To make sure her right foot stayed.
She did a good job. It wasn't the best of throws.
Yeah, because that definitely pulled her off the base.
Right. So
nice job by the umpire. He was right there. He got a good look at it, makes the call.
Harriman steps up. She struck out, went down swinging. And she's going to drive one past the second baseman into center field. Base hit, first hit of the game for the Ravenna Bulldogs. Harriman's.
Nice 2-hopper through the infield, hit it hard. And the Bulldogs, I believe that is the first base runner,
it
correct?
Is,
first hit, first base runner. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error.
Eddie
Standish-Sterling with 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors.
Eddie Gillard up, .491 average. 3 home runs on the season. Harriman's over at first. .657 hitter. Well, let's see if Addie can help the cause. Ravenna trailing 2-0. Top of the 4th inning, 2 outs here. Runner on first for Ravenna. Up high, they fire back down to first base, and back quickly is Harriman's.
Yeah, good job by Harriman's not to get picked off easily back in time.
Stodolak trying to keep her honest. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. 2-0. Sterling Standish on top here. There's a drive, pop to the shortstop.
Oh, I thought that was going to fall in.
I know. So another inning down for the Bulldogs. That was a pop out to Peace at short. And we're going down to the bottom of the 4th inning with Standish-Sterling leading by the score of 2-0.
A little bit of an illusion here, is it not, for those balls that you think are going to be base hits and clear the infield, and they don't. Oh, but you want to know why? Look how much bigger this infield is, than what we're used to seeing. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, it is good. Yeah, it is a good-sized infield. Well, I'm not sure what it is down the lines, but we're told that straightaway center is 220. We know over at Cornerstone's straightaway center was 200.
I think that was 200 all the way around.
Was it 200 all the way?
So,
I think that's what it was. You're right.
Yep. Let's see if I can. I think, to be honest with you, by looking with my eyes, which is a lot better than my hearing, I think it's all. I'm going to say it might be 220 all the way around.
Okay.
Because there's no numbers. I mean, there's no numbers that say anything. Normally, there's you know, a number in left, number in center, number in right. This is how far it is. There's no numbers here at all.
Well, bottom of the fourth inning, and it's going to be Addie Fetters, Sammy Kopatz, and Mallory Stodolak.
Yep. 6, 7, and 8.
Addie Fetters struck out swinging her first time up.
Bulldogs need to get through these next 4 batters here without, you know, giving up any more runs.
Yeah, because, you know, Keely Peace is going to give you some problems.
Even though she is only 1 for 2 on the day.
Right. You get her on and stuff happens.
Yeah.
1 ball, no strikes. Rocking and firing is Gillard. That's going to be inside. 2 balls and no strikes on Fetters. Addie Fetters, a 302 hitter. It's just a sophomore, right-handed.
I do not think Emma has not gave up a base on balls, has she?
Nope.
She's either struck him out or it's been a fly out or, you know, a hit. One of the two. She hasn't issued a walk yet, I don't think.
Now there's 3-0.
Well, just like that.
The Van Single curse might be working here.
Well, it was a good point.
Yeah. Rocks and fires. That's straight down the middle for a strike. 3 balls and 1 strike.
Good job by the batter there not to swing.
What's that all about?
Whoa. I thought you said it was a strike.
The umpire called it a strike, I thought.
Obviously.
I wonder.
Must be not.
I guess not.
She's at first base.
Yeah, wow. Okay, I'm not sure what that's all about.
Okay.
Yeah, the
Looked like a strike to me, but
umpire came up with his hand, but then there was a discussion around first base. I wonder if could it be the first. That would be unusual. A first base umpire overruling the home plate umpire.
Yeah, I don't know. Something must have happened there.
There's a pitch, and that one is up high as they chase Fetters back to first. Kopak is up. She popped out to the second baseman her first time up.
Emma having a little bit of a hard time finding the plate right now.
Kopak's sophomore, 394 hitter.
She's able to work her way out of danger. We know that.
Another right-handed hitter, and all of a sudden the plate moving around a little bit on Emma Gillard. Another
That'd
ball.
Be 6 balls in a row now that she's thrown.
I'll tell you what, the first few batters of just about every inning, I think except the second, there's been a little bit of drama here for Ravenna. Ravenna gets out of it, and there's ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes.
She is struggling at the present moment. Doesn't mean she will continue to, but she cannot find the plate.
She's had a knack out of getting out of trouble so far, but boy, she's not making it easy for herself here. Okay, right down the middle. The umpire says strike, and this time it is a strike.
I even agree with you.
So 3 balls and 1 strike.
You gotta let your defense help you too, you know.
Right. Rocks and fires, and there's a pop to get out to Denhoff at second. She can turn, fires to the shortstop Homily for the force out at second.
So, and I tell you what, the base runner there, she had to stop. I mean, she had to go back.
Oh, she was in no man's land.
She was. She didn't know if it was going to get caught or not.
So 1 out there. So runner will stay on first, and that will still be Fetters. Up to bat now is Stodolak, Mallory Stodolak, the catcher. She struck out swinging her first time. 2-0. Standish-Sterling on top of the bottom of the 4th inning. Going to be a strike.
Yeah, good base running that time there by Sammy, because that easily could have been a double play.
Right. Yeah, heads up. And there's a bunt attempt. Bunted foul. So Emma Gillard ahead in the count now. 2 strikes, no balls.
See if she can't work her way out of this inning after giving up a walk here to start it. Once again, let that defense help you behind you.
On the first base, on at first base is Fetters, Addie Fetters. And there's a high pitch, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Had Had Postma, Emily Postma, giving an eye over there to Fetters. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner on first for Standish-Sterling. 2-0. The Panthers leading the Bulldogs. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Ooh, there was a slow pitch, and that one stays high. So we're 2-2.
Change up that she's been throwing numerously here throughout the game. Had great success with it 2 innings ago. I don't think it was the last inning. I think it was the inning before.
Right.
She threw a bunch of those, and Standish-Sterling set them up, bring them up, set them down.
And there's a swing and a miss, half swing, and it wasn't enough to go around. So that's the second strikeout for Stodolak. And now it's going to bring up Jersey Peak, the left fielder, and she struck out her first time up. Stodolak, a 175 hitter. So like I said, those are the ones you got to really work on.
Yeah, she really threw this girl out of change-ups.
Oh, she's way out in front
that?
again, yeah. And now firing it down to first is Postma, but getting back is Fetters. So, she's still, Peak has not figured out the rhythm pattern of
no, she has not.
Of Emma Gillard.
You know, you're throwing down there to Addison Gillard, and if that ball ever gets by, that runner's going to be on third base in a heartbeat.
There's a bunt attempt, but it's going to go foul, so quickly ahead, 2 strikes.
You know what I'm saying? I know you want to try to pick her off, but it's a 1-run game. You don't want to hurt your cause at all.
Right. Gillard ahead of her nemesis in the count here. 2 strikes, no balls, 2 outs. Gillard rocks, fires, and there's a drive. That is going to be a great, nope, it's going to be a base hit. Sohm tried a diving catch in right field. Almost appeared that she had it, but trapped it. And now you're going to have runners on first and third.
I think that tailed away from Solman.
Yeah.
I think it was coming right at her. She's moving in on it to make the catch, and all of a sudden he's seen her at the last second have to dive to her left.
Right.
You know, sometimes you'll see that. Those line drives are going to start tailing away.
Sure.
And I think that's exactly what happened to Solman.
Peace is going to be up at the plate now. The crafty shortstop.
They were 1 strike away from getting out of this inning.
Peace is single the first time up, scored a run. There's a chopper back to first, or to the pitcher. She misses it, and she got it late. Ball is thrown by Harrimans to home plate, gets over the head of Postma, and a run scores for Ravenna. That was right back to the pitcher, but Emma couldn't get the glove closed on it.
That's that 1 strike. You were so close to being out of this inning.
Right.
And only being down 1-0, now you're down 3-0.
So now Coach Dave Sherman wants to come out and have a conference, 4-0 here at bottom of the 4th.
And that will be ruled an error. So 1 hit, 2 errors so far here on the afternoon for the Bulldogs.
And you got Keely Peace, who does not stay on first base very long out there, so you might as well figure that she's going to be gone. Actually, did she get all the way? Yeah, she got all the way to second anyhow on that.
When the play got past the catcher.
Yes, it did. You're right. So she's already. So they don't have to worry about her because they got a runner on third. So runners on second and third, and Emma Gillard trying to get out of another jam here.
And it should be
Milky,
Lexi, right?
Yeah, Lexi Milky. She's doubled and singled, so she's been on twice. She's driven in a run and scored a run. And there's a foul down the right field line. So no balls and 1 strike.
One strike. You're a 1 strike. You were 1 out. 1 pitch, 1 out, 1 strike away from getting out of this inning.
Right.
And they're just like that.
And then he had to come. Yeah.
2 more.
Come back right to the pitcher, but it just popped out of her glove. It's ball low. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. 3-0. The Panthers on top of the Bulldogs here at the bottom of the 4th. We got 2 runners on, second and third. Ravenna needs 1 more out.
In 1 more out, they got to get their bats woke up. When they get back up again.
Yeah. Outside, 2-1.
Kind of start to wonder now how much longer Dave Sherman will go with Emma Gillard. we've seen her throw, what, 5 innings the other night?
Yeah. And she moved to shortstop, and that was a big move.
That was a huge move.
She made some great plays at short. It's going to be a strike, so it evens the count at 2. 2-2. 2 men on, 2 runners on, second and third. 1 run in here in this 4th inning. 3-0. Panthers on top of the Bulldogs. Big pitch here for Gillard. She rocks, fires, and there's a drive down to first base. Addie has it and steps on the bag.
What a snag by Addie. Great snag by her.
So that will end the trouble in the 4th inning, and we're going to go to the top of the 5th with Standish-Sterling leading by the score of 3-0.
Due up here for Ravenna should be Denhoff, Homily, and Solman, which are 5, 6, and 7 batters.
And all 3 struck out swinging. That was their first time up. That was part of that, part of the early going when Jennings had struck out 5 of the first 6 batters.
Yeah, so we have Standish-Sterling. They've scored 1 in the first, 1 in the third, and 1 in the fourth, correct?
Yep.
To make it, they have 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors. Ravenna, no runs, 1 hit, 2 errors.
Boy, and you were right. Ravenna just about out of that inning. Got a comebacker to the pitcher was what you would want, but the ball just kind of squirted out of the glove of Emma, and then she forced, and then was Harriman's came down to pick it up and threw it kind of high over the head of Postma, and the run scored. Probably wasn't going to get the runner coming home anyhow.
But if you could have got it to first, got the out,
right,
the run wouldn't have scored, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except I think that was kind of a moot point when the ball was over so far to the left part of the field, and you had Peace running.
Yeah, true.
So, all right, Kendra Denhoff steps up. Kendra is a junior, 413 hitter. They can use one here. There's a club to second base. Second baseman has it, bobbles it, throws to first, gets her. Wow.
Nice play by her.
That's Fetters.
Coming off the bobble.
Yeah. So that's going to be a ground out to second. She bobbled the ball, Fetters did, but to Fetters' credit, stayed with it.
Yeah.
Got Denhoff just by about a step at first.
Yeah, she had to move a long ways to her right and then did the backhand. Fortunate for her, the ball came right up into her glove. I thought that one could be trouble for Standish-Sterling, but it wasn't.
Riley Homily, a victim of a strikeout in the first inning, her first time up. It's going to be a ball. 1 ball, no strike, 1 out here. 3-0. Standish-Sterling with the lead. Ooh, thought that might be a little high, but got in there. Right at the letters, I guess.
One thing about it was right over the plate, was it not?
So 2 strike. No, hang on. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yep, there we go. 1, 1, and 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out.
And a drive down the third baseline, foul.
Well, she drove that foul hard, didn't she, down that left baseline? So she was way ahead of that. So starting to get that timing down on her a little bit.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Homily, just a freshman.
Bright future.
Oh,
here.
man, I was just thinking that. I mean, and even the players that are coming up from summer ball, hearing that they got some really great players coming up. They got players on this team that would start for a lot of other teams.
Yes.
Ball is going to be outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Future looks very, very bright here for the Bulldogs.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Homily steps in. Jennings looks to Stodlak for the signal. Swing and a miss. And for the second time this afternoon, Homily strikes out swinging.
Boy, I tell you what, nice pitch by the pitcher there, wasn't it? Just,
right.
I don't know if it looked like a bottom dropped right out of that. Homily kind of trying to catch up and go low and get it, but just could not.
That's the first strikeout since the first inning when she had 5 strikeouts. That's just her 6th, or that's her 6th strikeout. It's going to be Ellie Solon, the right fielder. She flew out to right her first time up. Swing and a miss.
I think Solom's got maybe one of the best hits of the game so far.
Yeah, it was a solid one.
Out.
Yeah, the right fielder over there, Kopaz didn't have to move very far. Another swing and a miss.
And we have not had a ball hit to left or center yet, have we? On like a fly out to left or center?
Oh, for Ravenna? Yeah, Ravenna did fly.
I know they flew out to right.
Yep, they flew out to, who was it? It was, Ravenna hasn't. I was looking at Standish-Sterling. They have,
The left fielder and center fielder for Standish-Sterling. I don't think they've had anything hit to them yet.
Yes, all the flyouts have been to right field.
Yeah.
So the right-hand hitters have been swinging late. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and it's going to be either low or inside, or maybe a little bit of both, and we're even at 2-2.
Mm-hmm. 2's across the board, isn't there?
Yeah.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Solom is up. We're going to have Porter on deck.
I just glanced up. This inning started at 3:57. It's at 4:02.
There's a drive back through the middle, base hit. Bradley Solom. And Ellie is on. That's only the second hit of the day for Ravenna. The other one was Perryman's.
So another base runner here for Ravenna. Let's see now if they can move her around a little bit, even though they have 2 outs.
So now you're going to have
Porter?
Yes, Porter. She grounded out the shortstop. I'm sorry, she grounded out the first baseman her first time up.
Okay. Well, we will forgive you.
All right, 2 outs. And there's Pop's going to... I thought it might fall in, but the left fielder came in and made the catch. I thought that was going to fall in, but, boy, it is tough to see. That's Peak made the catch, so it's going to be a fly to left, and that is going to end the inning.
That was a 5-minute inning, because right after she caught it, it turned to 4:03.
Right.
So that inning for them was quick. It started at 3:57, ended at 4:02. And you need to prolong your innings more than 5 minutes, do you not?
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. So after, 4.5 innings now, you have the still Standish-Sterling Panthers on top of the Ravenna Bulldogs by the score of 3-0.
You know who's, never mind. I had a thought.
You had a thought?
I had a thought,
that
but
can be dangerous.
Wrong. I know.
That can be dangerous.
My thoughts got us here, though.
Yeah, they did. Great facility. First time we've been to Michigan State 1,000 times. We've been fortunate to call finals here in basketball, but first time we've been to got a baseball field to the right of us, a great soccer field to the left of us, and a softball field right in the middle.
I've been to the baseball stadium.
Did you?
Jake Boss is the Spartan head coach. Came and spoke for me before at the ministry that I run.
She said you walked right into his office, right?
Yeah, back then especially. He'd signed some stuff for me different times, memorabilia. We've done some fundraisers for normally kids, and kind of had that green light just to kind of walk in. And
Macy Fagan leads things off. She singled and then grounded out to fielder's choice to the second baseman in the second inning, single in the first. Her first time up. There's a drive over the head of Harriman's, and that's going to get all the way in the corner in left field. Digging for 2 is Fagan, and she's in there with a double.
Mm-hmm. Tell you what, got on top of her in a hurry, did it not?
Yeah. Boy, I'll tell you what, Gillard has had trouble with the early hitters in just about every inning except one.
I think there's a young man from Mona Shores who's going to come here and play baseball. Is it Huffman? Huffman or Hoffman, one of the two. A great season this year in baseball for the Sailors. He's coming here to play baseball.
Devery Jennings, the pitcher, is up. She has popped to the pitcher, and sacrifice fly drove in a run in the first. There's a drive, a base hit past the shortstop, Homily. They're going to throw to third, and getting in safely to third was Fagan. So runners on first and third now.
Nice, good idea by the left fielder there, Porter, to try to get it in on third.
Right.
And almost had her. I mean, just about a step away from having her getting the throw out from left field.
I think you're going to see your switch here. Looks like Dave Sherman getting set to come on out.
And it's quite possible.
Going to have runners on first and third, nobody out. And by switch, we were wondering if this is when Addie's going to come into pitch or... Actually, he's bringing out a water bottle. Let's see here.
Someone's throwing a glove.
So we'll have runners on first and third. And again, Ravenna has trouble. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. It looks like Addie's going to come in. Addie will pitch. They will move Emma to shortstop, and then they will move Homily to first base. This worked out very well in the quarterfinal game.
Great, yeah.
Emma wound up almost. She got a double. Was responsible for a double play in what would have been a big inning for.
Buchanan.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It was only a couple of days ago, and still get all these names in your head. I mean, you're trying to.
There's one name, just don't forget, okay?
What's that?
Her name is Arlene.
Yeah. In a little bit of
don't
trouble.
Don't be calling her Marlene.
No.
Or one of your other 100 girlfriends back in your high school days there, Mr. Big Red.
Don't want to do that.
No.
All right, so this is going to bring up Addie Gillard. She's 14-3 on the season, 1.25 ERA, 110 strikeouts on the season. And she is in a spot right now. They cannot ill afford to give up any more runs, Cal. They're already down 3-0. We're in the bottom of the fifth.
And nobody out.
And nobody out.
And runners on the corners, right?
Yep. Jalen Yenna is up. She's 1 for 2. She's singled and struck out.
Okay.
Right now, Ravenna is saying, hey, how about more of that strikeout stuff?
They got her out, if I remember right, like on a changeup, I believe.
Right. Got a courtesy runner, and she's going to go. And she is into second base. The courtesy runner was number 10, Paisley Valid, sophomore. So she takes second.
Paisley's not slow, is she?
No. So she'll be the courtesy runner for Jennings. So now you got runners on second and third, nobody out. First base is open. It's a no ball, 1 strike count. Bunt down, and that actually hit the batter. They're going to call her out. That's exactly what the call should be.
Yep. It came up, hit on the foul line, came up and hit her on the right arm.
Right.
And she is out.
So,
good call by the umpire. He was right there to make the call.
So the runners will stay at second and third. And there'll be 1 out. That was a big out there.
Certainly was.
And now Addie Fetters comes up, and she's walked once and struck out once. Addie, the second baseman. Yeah. Hey, they did that in unison there. Look at that. 302 average, just a sophomore.
Internet keeps kicking me off, but I'm able to recover it quickly.
I hope we're staying solid where we're at here on this. There's a strike. So it's no balls, 1 strike. There's another bunt, and this is Harriman's coming in, and the run's going to score, and everybody's going to be safe. So a bunt and an RBI.
You know, she looked back.
Right.
I'm surprised she didn't go down to first with the throw right away.
Yeah, you had both Postma and Harriman's coming in to field the ball, so there's really nobody at home. Plus, breaking on the play was Fagan anyhow. And so now it's 4-0. 1 out. We have runners on first and third. And this is going to bring up Kopaz, the right fielder. Sam Kopaz. And she's looking for bunt. It's going to be a strike. And going down to second is Fetters. About this team speed for the Panthers, and they certainly have utilized that here this afternoon.
That they have.
4-0. We're in the bottom of the fifth. 1 out. Runners on second and third. Again, another bunt. That one's pushed foul. Ravenna
barely pushed foul.
Yeah, you had Harriman's charging from third. You had Homily charging from first. Boy, if that would have got by Homily.
Yeah.
They could have run till they're tired, as George Kell used to say. No balls, 2 strikes. Boy, Addie could use a big strikeout here. Lopez is popped to second and grounded out. Ooh, that was close.
A little high, I think, don't you?
Takes the ball, yep. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, if I can't tell if a ball's going to go to the outfield or second base, I certainly am not going to argue with an umpire's call at home plate.
Gotcha.
Just that we're in a weird, it's a good place to call. There's a pop, and that's a diving catch spear there by Postma. She fires home. Run will score, but boy, what an effort there. Wasn't really a diving catch. She just came in and caught it just off the grass. Postma did. And that's going to be a sacrifice fly for Kopass.
But what a throw by her.
It was. And one hop.
Threw that about 150 feet, man, right to the catcher.
And that scores Jennings, so that's the second run of this inning. So Mallory Stodolak comes up. She's just the 174 hitter, struck out twice swinging. So if you're Ravenna, you got to get her out.
Yes.
5-0. Ball is outside.
Took a lot out of that. Took a lot off of that one, didn't she?
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, Emma had Stodolak just guessing all afternoon long. She could not figure her rhythm out as far as where, the timing. So now you got a different pitcher in there. That's going to be right straight down the middle for a strike.
Yeah.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Good job.
Five to nothing. Standish-Sterling on top here. We're in the bottom of the 5th. 2 outs. Inside
nice
corner for a strike.
Yep.
1 ball and 2 strikes.
2 outs.
Now Addie making sure that they're all on the same page. She rocks and fires, and that's a strike on the inside corner.
Good pitch.
So for the 3rd time, Stodolak strikes out, but not until some damage was done there, Cal. 2 runs, 2 more runs here in the 5th inning, and that now makes it 5-0 for the Standish-Sterling Panthers, and we're heading to inning number 6.
Yeah, so
innings are running out here for Ravenna.
Well, I was just going to say the innings are running out, outs are running out.
Yep.
Standish-Sterling 6 outs away defensively from playing tomorrow afternoon. Ravenna's got to dig deep now. Not only get some runs, they need to get some base runners and then be able to get them to push them across. And
right.
I do not think, John, you can help me, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do not think Ravenna's even had 2 base runners on at the same time here this afternoon.
No, they haven't. They've only got 2 singles, and they were an inning apart. So, yeah, there has not been a lot of base traffic. Striking out 6 has been Jennings. She struck out 5 of the 6 in the first inning, or
first 2 innings.
First 2 innings. Yeah, that'd be a heck of an accomplishment there, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, striking out 5 of your first 6, and then she didn't have a strikeout again until the 5th inning. But they are in control right now, 5-0 here at the top of the 6th at Secchia Stadium.
Well, the MHSAA booted me off the internet, or something booted me off, and I cannot retrieve it.
Okay.
Without doing a whole bunch of stuff. So, click, it goes off.
Jennings. Oh, there's a drive to first base, or to the first base side down the right field line, and it's a base hit there for Emily Postma, the catcher, the freshman, gets a base hit to start something here, hopefully, for the Ravenna Bulldogs.
Well, that gets them going, does it not?
Yes, it does.
That gets them going. And now, once again, top of the order coming up here. So,
and that is going to be Emma Gillard. Emma has been held in check, strikeout, and a ground out to first base. I don't want to say it's now or never, but it just about is. Got to get something going here. Got to get some kind of run. Oh, now they have Postma. She was caught between first and second, but she got in there at second base. Don't know if that was a designed play or not. She actually took some time off, and they looked like they were going to have her in a rundown, but she wound up hitting the second base.
Well, the umpire right there to make the call. I thought they got her.
Yeah.
Didn't you?
I thought she was in big trouble, I'll tell you that.
I thought she must have slid under that tag. I thought she tagged her with the on the left arm, but must be the hand got to the base before the elbow. The hand got there first before the tag came down.
So 1 ball, no strike on Emma Gillard. 5-0. Standish-Sterling with the lead. You got to figure that you got to get it going here. You got the top of your order up. That's outside past the catcher, and Postma will be able to get to third base. So now you got a runner on third and nobody out.
Yep, runner on third, nobody out, like you said, and 2 balls on the batter. So this might be the inning where the Bulldogs can rally.
And they need it.
Yeah, and once again, Standish-Sterling, they are 6 outs away from playing tomorrow for state title.
And you have Gillard taking a couple of practice cuts. Now she's going to step in. She's ahead in the count, 2 balls, no strikes. And there's one in the air, and that's going to go out between left and center. Left fielder has it, draws a beat on it. Here comes Postma to score on the sacrifice fly.
Yeah, nice drive, though. Nice drive out there to deep left field. Moves that runner up, and finally the Bulldogs are on the board here at 5-1.
And that's going to bring up Kara Postma. She has popped out to the pitcher and grounded out to third base. So nobody on. Got to start over now. Ooh, thought that might be inside, but it was a strike.
I thought it was going to click her left elbow.
Yeah. But 1 strike here. Let's see if Kara can get it started again here. Second hitter. Second in the lineup. There's a drive. Fair ball. No, foul ball. Oh, that was wishful thinking on my part, I guess. Yep. Thought that was going to hit on the right side on the left side of the line, but it didn't. Just went to the right side. Oh, she made a bid for it.
No matter how bad you wished for it,
it wasn't going to happen.
It was not going to happen. Nice hit, though.
It was.
And that would have been probably a double for her at least.
So now she's behind in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. And there's one that's going to come out to the shortstop. Fires to first, and it got her out. So that was piece to the first baseman, Melky. And that's going to be 2 outs here. Here in the 6th inning.
Yeah, good, really nice play by the shortstop piece there. And that ball hit it, kind of spun back the other way about 2 feet. Piece had to kind of hit the brakes, pick it up, and then make the nice throw over to first.
And if you're going to have to face Emma Harriman's a super sophomore here, if you're Standish-Sterling, you want to do it in this situation with 2 outs and nobody on base. Yeah. Strike call.
A little change up there, high. Boy, when she takes something off of it, doesn't she?
She does. Solidly built sophomore. And that's up high and outside. So count evens at 1-1. 2 outs here. Emma trying to keep this inning alive here.
Emma's just an incredible athlete at Ravenna.
Right. And that's up high. 2 balls and 1 strike. On deck would be Addie Gillard.
Yeah, I think they know all about her. Wouldn't be Standish-Sterling coaches are saying, yeah, we're not going to give her anything good to hit. Can almost maybe afford to put her on base a little bit versus maybe giving up a long home run.
That's going to be a strike.
Oh.
So it's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. Started out as a promising inning with Postma getting on a base hit, stealing second, moving over to third on the sack, and then actually she scored on the sacrifice fly, moved over to third. And that's going to be a ball. So now it's going to be a full count on Harriman's.
Oh, the Standish-Sterling crowd thought it was a strike. You could hear the collective, oh! Kind of like when John drops a cheeseburger in my truck. Oh! Right.
Here's a pitch. Jennings fires, and there's a comebacker right back to Jennings. Fires over to first, and that is that. So they score 1. Still have some work to do as we head to the top of the 7th. Well, the first order of business for Ravenna is make sure that you get out of this half inning with no more runs scored.
Yep. That is correct.
They're going to be at hitter number 9 and then the top of the order for Standish-Sterling.
You're going to have to help me a little bit because my internet went down. What's so nice, I was following on the internet on my laptop.
Right.
So I didn't have anything written down because I thought that was going to be up throughout the whole game. That's what I get for trusting technology, John.
Oh, Eric Mitchell, our old friend, says the sound is great. You are sounding fantastic. Cal could use a little work, but John, you are the best as always. Eric Mitchell. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate that.
I know. I can always use a little work.
Yeah.
Like that rough stone, you polish, you polish, you polish. You throw it back. I'll come back to it another day. You polish, you polish, you polish. You throw it back.
Yeah. No, thank you very much, Eric. I always knew he was a man of good taste.
Yes. He's from Newaygo, though, so we have to, you gotta wonder about him.
Been around for a long time with us.
He has. I think he's having his 70th birthday here in a week or two.
Oh, there you go. See what you get now, Eric? Now Cal's going to pick on you. All right. Number 9 hitter, Jersey Peak, left fielder. She has struck out and singled. A bunt attempt. It gets past her for a strike.
I got to tell you, I love that first name.
Jersey?
Yeah. First time, it's cool.
Yeah, it's not a common name for sure.
No.
Yeah, it's not Mary, right?
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with Mary, but
Nope.
it's pretty common. Although Mary probably isn't as common anymore as it used to be. Names have really changed.
They have. Yeah, like I said, I like unique names.
There's a bunt out in front. Harrimans gets on it and fires it down to Homily.
Nice play. Good play there.
And one up, one down here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And that is going to bring up the top of the order, Keely Peace. She singled, struck out, got on first on an error. When she gets on base, havoc happens.
And she is just a freshman.
Yeah.
She's electric on a base pass.
Eddie comes right back to her, and the comebacker throws to first, but man, she is able to just get the...
You could not have played that play defensively any quicker.
She just outran it.
Yeah. One hop to the pitcher. There was a high hop.
Right.
Very high hop. So it just took her a little bit to get it into her glove, and she turned it through a great throw to first, and she's there.
Man. You outrun a ball back to the pitcher, and it wasn't Addie's fault. I mean, she did everything she could. Well, when does Peace wind up on second? What's the over under on that, Calvin?
My over and under is if she goes, she's going to be 51 for 51.
Milky, she's had 2 hits, drove in a run, scored a run, and then grounded out to first base. 1 out, person on, and there she goes. And yeah, kind of a half-hearted throw down to second. There's no hope. She's there. So another stolen base for Peace.
Nice throw, though, by...
It was.
Yeah, that was a nice throw there by, was it Postma?
Yeah, but you just know that you're doomed. I mean, as soon as she goes, she has not... Yeah. She came in, during the season, she was 49 to 49, so she's over 50 for 50 now.
Yeah, she's 2 for 2 here today.
She's going to try to go to third, but she's fouled. The ball is fouled. This is Milky up at the plate, by the way, so it's going to be a 1-ball-2-strike count on Milky.
You have Emily Postma, the catcher, who's a freshman for Ravenna.
Right.
You're asking her to do something that nobody else has done all spring.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody has thrown out Keely Peace.
She was actually fairly close on getting her the last time.
And there's that's going to drop into center field. Here comes Keely around the she's going to score. And then on to second base goes Milky. So she's driven in her second run.
Just pops it up there, gets it out over top of the infield.
And that erases the run that Ravenna got in the top part of this inning. That's a hard pill to swallow. So now you got a runner on second, 1 out. And Milky's had a nice night. That's her third hit. She was 3 of 4. She's driven in 2 runs.
Milky
scored a run.
She's a little sore.
Did she slide in? Did she slide in at a weird angle?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, she's up. She's going to be fine, but she's favoring her left shoulder.
Fagan is up.
Man.
She's had a couple of hits. She scored a run. Had a single in the first inning, grounded out to the second baseman in her next time up, and then a double and scored a run in the fifth. And there's a foul. Milky on second.
What, she started that swing. I thought she was going to connect on that. And that ball moved, ended up being a foul ball.
Yeah.
She had a good swing. She had a really good swing going. I thought, ooh, for a split second. Thought she was going to catch up on it. I think ball movement that time caused her to foul it right down.
6-1. Standish-Sterling with a lead here. We're in the sixth inning. There's a grounder. Harriman's has it, looks the runner back, throws to first, has it. The runner takes off, comes back, and she gets to third. So smart play all around there. Everybody did what they had to do, basically.
Yep. And nice job by Ravenna. I mean, the throw over to first, get it, and then the throw from first to third.
Right.
Both were flawless. Great defense that time, but yeah.
Yeah, Harriman's actually checked her back, but, once you throw it, anything can happen. So now you got Milky on third.
So a good defensive play that time by Ravenna.
So now you got the pitcher up, Jennings, and she going to drive one to, this is going to go all the way to the fence. Another run score. She's digging for two. She might dig out. She says, I'm content with a double.
Yeah.
And so Jennings helping her cause with an RBI double.
And makes it now 7-1. 2 outs here.
Two more runs scoring. And now she's going to leave for the courtesy runner. And I believe that's going to be valid again. Yes.
Quick little team meeting here.
Paisley, it's pronounced Vlad. Paisley Vlad, the sophomore, will be the courtesy runner.
Paisley Vlad. There's another last name. Vlad. Never seen that one before.
Vlad the Impaler. Dracula.
Huh?
Yeah, you hear that? Yeah, that's where the Dracula came from. There was a guy back in ancient times that was called Vlad the Impaler in the Transylvania area, and he would impale his victims on sticks just to intimidate everyone. Well, not just he'd kill them, but it was a pretty good intimidation. So he was Vlad the Impaler, and from that the legend of Dracula came about.
I'll be darned.
See, you learn something every day. Who would have thought? You wouldn't have thought that leaving Muskegon today, that you would have found out the true story of Dracula.
No.
That's the rest of the story.
Okay, Paul Harvey.
1 ball and no strikes on who is up here. That is Yenna.
I did not. Once again, I learned something from John Russell.
Yeah. I'm just giving away knowledge here. I got a charge and swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Nice change up there by Addison.
I didn't know much in school, but I did know history. That was one subject I stayed awake for. Swing and a miss. If I wouldn't have done this, and if I could have bought my grades, I would have been a history teacher.
Okay.
In another life.
But now look at all the young women and young women and young men, their lives that you've enriched.
Oh, yeah. There's a drive down to third base. Harriman's has it. Fair ball. Fires to first over the head of Homily, and another run's going to score. Harriman's had it, went down, fired it, but fired it over the head of Homily, and another run is in for Standish-Sterling. So now it's 3 runs this inning, and it's now 8-1.
Sophomore over there kind of made so many great plays throughout the season.
She did. And Addie Fetters.
And we're going to have a pitching change or just a quick meeting?
Addie has struck out, walked, bunted her way on, and stole a base. So she's had I'll tell you what, these girls for Sterling Standish, you look at their scorecard there, they've all contributed.
Mm-hmm. Dave Sherman, head coach for the Bulldogs, makes a visit to the mound. 141 wins against just 67 losses in 7 years.
That's good.
Really outstanding job by Dave and
the whole staff.
And Scott, Mike, and Penny.
Yep. Oh.
You okay there?
I am stiffer in the board.
I am not going to carry you back to my pickup.
You know. I know. I might be in trouble here.
I'll get you a cart. I'm not carrying you. And I know what you're going to say.
Swing and a miss. No,
I've carried you, Van Single, the whole game.
1 strike right down the middle. Got the high back chairs that are not that comfortable, but I can see the field in them. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Good pitch. Made her almost swing, didn't it?
Yeah.
You know, I kind of thought it might be a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. You got runners on, well, runner on second base.
The sophomore Fetters up to bat.
Right. Oh, gets past Addy and into center field. Another run is going to score. I think, yes, it is. Yep. Another run in and another runner on second. Man, they're just.
Yes, the throw from center field was tried to get her at home, but it was high.
Right.
Over the top of the catcher. Now 9-1. 9 runs, 13 hits, no errors. Ravenna 1 run, 3 hits, 3 errors. They have scored. Standish-Sterling has scored in the first, the second, the third, the fourth, and the sixth. No, the first, the third, the fourth, the fifth, and the sixth.
Yeah, 4 of them and still counting here.
Yes.
Kopaz, Sammy, the right fielder, had a couple of putouts in right field. She's up to bat now. Ball inside. Up to the plate, though. She's popped to second, grounded to short, and had a sacrifice fly. One ball, no strikes. Addie Gillard, swing and a miss. At Kopach. On second base is
sophomore.
Yeah, second base is Fetters. Addie fires. It's going to be outside.
Really took something off, didn't she?
Yeah, 2 balls and 1 strike.
Well, Ravenna will come up in the top of the 7th to bat.
They will need the inning of innings.
They will. Yes, that is correct.
There's a shot through the box, up into center field for another hit and another run. Base hit for Kopach, and she's going to drive home Fetters.
Now 10-1.
With the 5th run this inning.
And would they call this game, with it being a semifinal, if it was 11-1? Would the mercy rule be in effect? With it being
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You're
I know
up by
what you're
10 or more.
Right.
Ravenna did not see this coming today when they left.
No, I did not see it
when
either.
they left Ravenna, and neither did I.
Stodolak is up to the plate. She has struck out 3 times and takes a strike here.
She will be working on her swing in the offseason.
Yeah.
What grade is she?
Stodolak is a junior.
Yep.
Another strike, no balls, 2 strikes. And Addie rocks and fires, and it is up high, ball 1.
Good eye by Stodolak. Because it was over the plate, there was no doubt.
Right. Runner on first is Kopach, Sammy Kopach. Gillard fires, swing and a miss. It goes back past the. Oh, she must have got a piece of it.
Yeah.
They're going to call it a foul ball.
I thought I heard just a little bit of a tick there.
Did you? Okay, apparently you did.
Which is strange because my wife says I can't hear anything. What?
Selective hearing.
Yeah.
Especially stuff like take out the garbage.
Right. Oh, yeah. Mow the lawn.
Put the dishes away. Do something. There's a strike right down the middle. And that is going to end it for the Standish-Sterling Panthers. Well, they've scored 5 runs that inning to bump the lead now to 10-1. And what could be the final at-bats for the Ravenna Bulldogs as they'll head into the top of the 7th inning here.
They are going to need the inning of innings, and if you got to just start it out with a hit, right? I mean, that's where it starts, with 1 hit.
Yep. You can't score 10 runs before you score 1.
Yep. So, yeah.
Great philosopher once told me that.
And who is a great philosopher?
Oh, no, I don't know.
I mean, you're just talking about...
right. Vlad the Impaler.
Yeah, right.
You had never heard that, huh? Yeah.
No. I just got internet the other day.
Okay. Yeah, okay. You know, we did win World War II. I'm just checking. Are you up on that? Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Well,
good,
your
all right.
dad fought in World War II, and we've had those discussions.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, he fought so we could be here. Boy, did he get rooked.
Yeah. Talked about that the other day. All the men that fought in these countries for our country.
All right.
All the way back to the Civil War and Spanish America. Well, the Spanish American was before the Civil War.
Mm-hmm. See, you do know a little history.
World War I, World War II, Korea, Vietnam.
You just weren't so up on your vampires, huh?
No. I'm starting to wonder about my partner. You might ride in the back seat of the pickup on the way home.
Eddie Gillard is up to the plate, and that's going to be a ball low and outside.
Well, let's see if the Bulldogs can get something going here.
Just a little rally. Down 10-1 here. Top of the 7th. That's in the air. Second baseman calling for it. That is Fetters, and she puts it away. One up and one down.
2 outs for Standish-Sterling. 2 outs for the Bulldogs to do something.
Kendra Denhoff, Bulldog second baseman. She is struck out and grounded out.
Junior, she'll be back next year, second baseman. Let's get a base hit, get this going. A little bit of rally time.
Strike call.
Oh, pulled the trigger on, or pulled the string on that, did she not?
She did. And there's a drive, center field. Center fielder cut in and then came back and made the catch there. That was Fegan.
Nice job. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Nice job by Kendra, wasn't it, though? I mean, she hit it hard. She could have moved that 20, 30 feet more to the right. It would have fell in between right and center. Drove it hard right up to the center fielder. She only had to move about, 10 steps to her left.
She did. She actually broke in and then came back for it, so she had time to make the adjustment. Now Riley Homily, the freshman. Last hope for the Ravenna Bulldogs. Trailing 10-1 here in the 7th. There's a drive down to third base. Third, go between her wickets there. And so we got a runner on first base.
You know, we've seen that ball all the way back even in the first inning when Homily thought it was going to come up.
Right.
And it didn't. And I think this third baseman for Standish-Sterling, I think she thought it was going to come up and it didn't.
And it didn't, yeah.
You know, here's my thought. This infield, you can tell it's dry.
Right.
So it's not hard. And you get those rollers, and if without it being that hard, they are just going to kind of get lost and slow up and stay down in the dirt.
Solom fouls one back, yeah. That got, Yenna was waiting for the bounce. It never came.
Yeah. And I think that's what happened to Homily way back in the first.
Right, yeah. That's how it all started.
Because that's the only thing what happened to that third baseman. She thought was going to pop up to her.
Right. On first base is Denhoff. You've got Solom at the plate. She's flown out to right, and she's fouled back to us. This might get to us here, almost.
I wonder if these windows are shatterproof.
Well, you know, we were going to find out right about there, I think.
Yeah, it was close.
Yeah, that's as close as we've got to one.
If there would have been one more box on the other side of this, and we were in a beautiful press box, but if there would have been one more,
right,
that would have been a window shot.
Elias flied to right, and she singled. Oh, they're going to call it a strike. And Standish-Sterling will advance to the finals. Complete game victory here for Standish-Sterling. Hats off to them that they played really well, offensively, defensively. They were well coached. Good ball club right there. And now the two teams will line up. The final score here at Secchia Field, 10 for Standish-Sterling. And 1 for the Ravenna Bulldogs. So the Ravenna's fine season comes to an end here. Yeah, but tell you what, it comes to an end in the semifinals. You betcha. But they're the team. They're the pride of the West Michigan Conference. Right. Rivers or lakes, it doesn't matter. They are the best team. But they win a conference. They win a district. They win a regional. They win the quarterfinal. They put 3 trophies in that trophy case, John. This is a good ball club. It's a young ball club. There's more kids, more girls coming. That youth is served. Right. And don't be surprised if they're not here for the next few years. It's a very good ball club, well coached, great athletes.
These girls work hard on their skill in the off season. And, the loss is going to ring hollow here for a little bit. But those 3 trophies in the trophy case will be there forever. No one can take that away from them.
Yeah, as you said, it's a young team for the most part, except they're going to be missing some valuable seniors. And we want to tip the cap to Emma Gillard, also Ellie Solm, another senior, Alex McMahon, a senior on this team, and Kara Postma, a senior. They got their team to the semifinals for the first time since 2005, and the future looks bright. But boy, it's always tough when you get this far and you got to start all over again. That minefield where anything can happen. We talked about it a little bit in the soccer game against North Muskegon. I mean, you get here and you think, even though you have some young players, and say, hey, we should be back and we could be back. But boy, when you start getting through that season, then you get in the tournaments where, no matter how good you are, you still have to have some luck. The ball's still got to bounce your way once in a while.
Anything can happen when it gets tournament time. We've seen that so many times. So
that is going to put a wrapper on it for us here. The final score 10-1. The Ravenna Bulldogs go down. We want to thank you for being. That's our season, isn't it? There's nothing left, man.
No.
Boy, this stuff always comes to. You never think about it being the end, but it is. Going to get teary-eyed here, Cal.
You are?
At least you knew about Dracula and the real story of that. See, it was not a total loss there. But we also want to thank our sponsors throughout this year, through the football wars, the basketball wars. We called a track meet this year. We called, I think we called everything. We called soccer. I don't think we got the Tiddlywinks tournament in yet, but that might be next year.
And we were going to call tennis, but we got rained out.
You got rained out. That was your opportunity to do the tennis thing.
Yep.
Yeah. So, but it's been a great year, and we want to thank the folks at North Grove Brewers, Van Dyke Mortgage, Foundation Systems of Michigan, Durga Insurance Group, Green Ridge Realty, Chris Dykema, Sarah Reel, Big Stone Therapies, Grieve Law of North Muskegon, Scheid Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. My partner has used their services.
Yep.
They said, don't call us again. I do believe that's what they said, right?
No, Cody actually enjoyed his visit.
Did he? Okay, well, good for him. He was just being nice, you know that, don't you?
I know. They probably paid him. You're going to Grant. You never know what's going to we've heard about this being single guy.
He's a character.
He is a character.
Caldwell Baker, Dave Duesenberry. Speaking of characters, huh?
There we go. And one other guy, very important guy by the name of Brent Rath.
Yeah.
Who's our boss.
Right.
So, he makes all this happen. So thank you, Brent.
Right, for having the vision of doing this. Scott DeCamp doing double duty, making sure that we're on, and then he will have some special videos for you on CatchMark SportsNet starting tomorrow. Rode up with the team, so you'll get kind of that behind the scenes look at things. And it's unfortunate that it's going to have to end here.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, we've had a blast this year.
Mm-hmm.
And what did you say? You had it counted down to how many days we'll be back in football, didn't you?
Probably about 10 weeks, and we'll be back at football. So it won't be long.
Are you going to miss me?
I think isn't there a commandment that says thou shalt not lie?
Yeah, there you go.
Yes, I will miss you. But you ever notice I'm always the one that calls you to say, hey, how you doing? How you been?
Yeah.
How you feeling?
Right.
How's Arlene?
Right.
I mean,
I got to do that better. I am not good at that. Sorry about that.
I'll show on the way home. I'll show you how to dial your phone.
Okay, thank you. Okay. I told you about Dracula. At least you can do is show me how to dial a phone. I appreciate that.
Sounds good.
I want to thank all you folks for putting up with us this year. It's been a great run all through it, and you've certainly been a big part of it. And thank you for calling in the scores and helping us with that as well. Final score for the final time from Secchia Field from a broadcast partner, Cal Van Single. Any final words of wisdom? Speak now or forever hold your peace, or at least for another 10 weeks.
Thank you, partner, for year 28, for you and I together. Year 28's in the books. Been a lot of fun. And what a blessing that's been to be part of CatchMark, and just being able to hang out with you on Friday nights or whatever night it is, it seems like now. But
or Friday afternoon.
You know what? Be blessed, everyone. Have a safe summer, and we'll see you in about 10 weeks or so.
Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.